Good morning. We are the 15th of December today. I did check. Last night I finished my scarf. I finished the knitting, of course. I've got the ends to weave. Oh, sorry, I ran up the stairs. Ends to weave and tassels to do. I put in the yarn that's the wrong colour. Can you see it? Yes, you can. But I think it's close enough. It's within the same colour feel. Sometimes you just got to let things go. If it was a case of just popping out to go and buy the yarn, absolutely I would. If I could just order it online and have it delivered, absolutely I would. But basically I don't drive. Jason drives us. Don't think the yarn store is open on the Sunday. We're going away to see his family this weekend. It was just going to be madness to try and go to this, drive to this yarn shop that I know sells it. My local ones don't, I've checked. So, I mean, I can't get a taxi all the way there and then all the way back. With Lila, that would be a nightmare. I'm not taking the bus. Wouldn't even know what bus to take. Can you even take a bus? I don't know. Maybe you can. I'm not getting the train. You have a small window with Lila. Very small. Tiny little window with Lila. And outside of that window, you are in trouble. So I have grasped that I had basically the option to put it in, complete the scarf, or make the scarf shorter and just eliminate that section. Basically, it's the second to last section. There's a large section of this, it's called camel, and then there's like an aubergine on the end. So I could have just put the aubergine as the last one, but when I was looking at the scarf on the guy, on the actor that plays Doctor Who, it's quite an obvious... I just want it to look like, in the picture, okay? I'm happy with it. I will show you later. And I think once I've added that colour into the tassel, I think that will just, it'll be fine. I've also cast on a little, just a normal narrow men's scarf, plain garter. I just want something that is elegant, sophisticated. It's in a navy. I feel like you can wear it with a black coat, a grey coat. I think basically with anything. I flirted with doing stripes, but I just didn't want to accidentally do football colours. It's very easy to do accidentally football, of the wrong team or the right team. You definitely don't want to give someone a scarf of the wrong team's colours. That would be epically bad. Anyway, moving on. I will show you that later. And then I've got 2 of those neck warmer snood things to do. So I attempted the hem on this dress yesterday by machine and it looked awful. So I unpicked that. I will now do it by hand. It's pressed up and overlocked and all that. So that's ready to be done. And I've just closed my centre back and I'm going to put in my zip, which should be somewhere. Oh, it's on the floor. I would have liked the next size up in zip, the next length, but they didn't have it. It's very annoying, I'm telling you. When I lived in London, I could get anything I needed. Also, I didn't have a daughter at the time, so I could just nip out to get things as and when I needed them. Now it's like this whole big thing, just leaving the house to go and get something really minor. She has to be dressed appropriately, you need to bring the snacks and the wipes and blah, blah, blah. Oh, so many things. So many things. Anyway, so basically I would have liked this much more. Just so that when I get it on and off, it's just like whipping it up and down really easily over my hips. And now I might have to wriggle and jiggle a bit. What are you going to do? Worst case scenario, I can fit it over my head, which I don't like doing, but I think I'm actually narrower like this than my hips are. I think. I haven't measured my I haven't measured my circumference at the top with my arms up, but anyway. I often struggle putting in a normal zip. I'm really good with a lap zipper, I'm really good with an invisible zip, but one of the standard zips where you've just got the zip in and then the top stitching around, I find often it's not even. So I looked at tutorials, and one of the tutorials I found really helpful. Actually, she used some like double-sided sticky tape that dissolves in water, which I do not have. So that part I won't be doing, but she laid it down whilst the zip was open, which I thought was interesting. And then you can hand tack or machine tack it to the seam allowance. So I've got my zip open. I'm going to turn it the opposite way so it's down. And then I'm going to just lay my teeth along my seam line, and that way I know my teeth are, I know that the middle of my zipper is then perfectly aligned. Sorry, I'm just going to leave a tiny bit of gap of zip at the top where there's no zip, so I can put in a hook and eye, because I think that'll give me a better result. So I'm just going to try this out and see what happens. And you just hand tack or machine tack just the one side. Now, I haven't actually done this before, but I like it when a sewing idea kind of just makes sense in your mind. So because this will be centered on the one side, as soon as I zip it up, I know that that zipper is straight. Then she said to machine stitch a 1/4 inch away. I think one of my mistakes is I machine stitch too far, and then I panic and go in with a second line of stitching too close. So I'm trying to get that middle spot at the moment. Now that is stitch pinned in, I've pinned that in. Okay. And I think I'll hand tack. I didn't know that you could get this sticky stuff. Just put it on your zip and lay it down and it's in the right place. That sounds fantastic, doesn't it? I'd quite happily use that. Oh, little update on my long johns if you were wondering, which you weren't, but you get an update anyway. Very good. I've currently got my t-shirt one under here and the leggings underneath my trousers. Very happy, can't complain. I thought maybe I could wear them as loungewear, but they are quite unflattering on their own, and not as warm as I thought. They're definitely a layering item. Also, my trousers don't look quite as nice with them under. They slightly stick, not badly, not like with tights where it like clings with the static, but not quite as nice as it could be. But when you're cold, you just don't care. Well, maybe you care. I don't care. All right. I'm not doing a contrast thread because I thought maybe I could just leave this in. That's purely my laziness talking, you know. There is an element of me that is very detailed, and there's also a completely opposite part of me which just wants to get things done. I think it depends on where I am in a project, to be honest. I think I start off with those good intentions and making really good decisions, and then I think depending on how long it takes me to get things done, I just get fed up. I do try and step back sometimes with crafty things if it's too late in the evening, because I know I'll make bad choices when it comes to being a bit late. I can't help it. Just can't help it. I also do not have an edge stitch foot on my machine. Usually when I measure a distance I use my magnet, but that has to be on the edge of something, so it's good with seam allowances when you're stitching. However, when I'm top stitching through the middle of a zip like this, I might just do it by eye. I have quite straight eyes. They're not bad. Not bad eyes at all. And I couldn't draw a nice line with chalk on this fabric, it's too lumpy. I suppose I could use a ruler and tack in a bright colour, like a white or something. But I'm not going to do that either. I hope this comes out as it does in my mind, because I feel like I look glorious in this dress in my mind. I have tried it on and I thought it was fab. Okay. Well, I'm going to top stitch it. And let's just see what happens. I find a lapped zip is much easier, where the one side of the zip is, the fabric is stitched really close to the edge of the zip, and the other side is the part that overlaps. But I wanted this style of zip for this particular style. I thought because it was thicker, this fabric's quite thick. All right. Now I think essentially I now no longer need to use pins, because my zip is hand tacked on one side. Now I've just done it up. That should now lay completely flat in the middle and not wiggle about. We'll soon see, won't we? Oh dear. I think it's good. I think we're all right. I think it fits. Can you have a look at the back for me? Anything weird happening in the back? I've got my trousers on too though. I think it's all right. I think we're okay. I think I keep looking at it, trying to find like where it's all gone wrong. It's all gone together too easily. It's not too tall. It's not too tight. I've got a good amount of underarm. Even the zip's flat. I was considering nipping in under here. But I'm not going to bother. I think it's good as it is. I think if I tip you any further, you might fall down. Alright, I'm just going to secure that facing at the top, which is flapping, and I'll just machine that little bit, understitch that little bit. Take me about 15 minutes, I think. And then I can just hand stitch the edge of that facing round to the armhole at the back. And then all I've got left is just to hand stitch this up. It doesn't itch me and it doesn't seem to stick. I think it's so heavy that it falls and it doesn't cling. I have to wait and see if it makes me bum itch after I've been sitting on it for, you know, half an hour in the car. It's cute. Loving it. Loving it. And I've got a nice twinkly brooch that could go there really nicely. And that is such a good neckline. That is such a good neckline. It looks good with a grey underneath. It'll look good with a creamy white underneath. Probably even with this one on. Oh, it's got like some, I need to be in the cabin in the mountains now. Yeah, those colours go as well. This is more of a bluey tealy colour and this is more of a turquoise, but they're nice. Good colours. Oh, so many layers. So many layers. Now that's warm. That is warm. What do you want, Nini? You don't want a cuddle. I already give you a treat. What else can I give you? Meow, meow. Meow, meow. Oh, very exciting. I love it when you start getting things ticked off the list, although I don't write lists. But if I did, that would be ticked off. So I have gone from one of these to one of these. How cute is that? This is for Nanny, Lila's grandmother. Lila, yep, it's spelt right. 20 months, also spelt right. I'm just going to put some like twine, but of course she can change it for ribbon or whatever she likes. But really cute. I'm really happy with it. I'm just doing one for now. I copied this idea from Childhood Magic on Instagram. Their other business is A Beautiful Mess, you might know them. But they've done this like childhood one now. There's lots of children's crafting ideas, but I just think that is brilliant, because this is, you know, a little bit boring. And that just has changed it to be so sweet and lovely. Perfect grandparent gift. I've got like 7 of them. I'm not going to do them now. This was more just because we're going at the weekend and it's Thursday now, so I just wanted to get this one done. And he's just perfect. I added the smile. The smile wasn't on the Father Christmas, and I felt like he just looked a bit with no smile, and now he looks and that's what you want from a Father Christmas. So yeah, very sweet. I think that would fit on anybody's tree, really. Got his lovely big fluffy beard. Oh, isn't he lovely? It had 3 layers of acrylic paint I've done on that, and I've done the same on all of my little houses as well. But that's over the last few days. I've just sat down wherever I've had 10 minutes and just whacked on some white paint just to seal it. And you wouldn't have been able to even see it. That's why I didn't film any of that, because the clay dries white, so painting white on white is like super boring. But I do think that's pretty. I've done a little bit of red on the inside of the hole and then gone to the outside. I just think that's so cute. I hope Nanny's gonna like it. And then I'm going to pop also, I'm going to do a marmalade, and I'm going to do pickles for them, just as a gesture. We've got them a bottle of wine in one of those long, thin bags. And then our nephews, Jason's going to give them some money, which is very boring. So I've got 2 drawstring bags, and I'm just going to pop some chocolates. I went to the supermarket and just bought them a few treats, and I thought that would be really sweet, and then maybe they could use those bags for Christmas Eve bags, Christmas Eve boxes. So that's a thing, isn't it, at the moment? And I don't know. People tend to put some chocolates and pyjamas, a Christmas film or a Christmas book in, and then you get to open that on Christmas Eve. And there's just some cosy things in it, and they're quite nice for that. They're just project bags that I've sewn up, but they should be able to fit just a few little treaty things. Anyway, it's not I've got half an hour before I'm going to get up Lila, because they're going to get the car serviced today while I'm at work. And what else are they going to do? Oh, and they're taking Nunu to the vet. Ooh. I've got some paneer and butternut squash curry, which has gone cold whilst I did my crafting, so I'm just going to reheat that. And then I got a 30-minute date with my fave, Poirot. Oh, he's a lovely chap, is Poirot. And there's been a robbery, the $1 million bond robbery. Oh. Anyway, I better clean all my brushes and things. I just rinse them all off, and I'll let that dry for 15 minutes. And the paint dries so quickly, it kind of absorbs into the clay, I think. I would ideally like to seal these with a shine, not with a matte. I do quite like a shine, but it hasn't arrived in time. So, unfortunately, it will be unsealed. None of the tutorials tell you to seal it. They just give it to you as this, that's more than enough, and that 2 layers of acrylic seals the clay. But I wanted it polished to perfection, but unfortunately that's not been the case. So tomorrow we can pop a little string on that tomorrow together and bag up some lovely treats for the boys. We'll put some labels on a couple of the jars, and then this is the scarf I finished yesterday. So that's the colour it's meant to be, that's the colour it is. Yeah, that's coming up true on the screen. They're close enough. I'm not going to be upset about it. Yes, I'd have rather they were the same. But seeing as there's so many colours, I don't think you're going to notice. And it will be tied in with those tassels. So that's on the side, ready to go. Well, ready for me to continue when I've got the time. And then here's this next scarf I'm doing, which is just a standard men's scarf. Same as I've done that one, but no striping. It's a garter one. It's just that perfect height for the neck. And I'm going to make it long enough so you can fold it in half, wrap it around your neck, and then you've got a loop on one side, legs on the other, and you put the legs through the loop, pull it tight, and you've just got a nice, neat little, don't even know what you call that. That's how I think one of those narrow scarves should be worn. Although, of course, the recipient can wear it however they fancy. Oh, and let me show you one more thing before I go. Oh, I got the Kath Kidston roses. I had to do it. I had to do it. Although now Lila knows what's in this box. She keeps wanting it, and I don't really give her. The advent calendar tiny chocolate is more than enough every day for a tiny little girl. But sometimes I'll share a half with her. So cute. Anyway, let's eat my dinner first. See you tomorrow. What? What? What do you want? What do you want? You're just settling in for a sip. It's hot. What do you think? A bit more? You're trying to get hot chocolate all over Mummy? If you are, then you're winning. Giving my living room, a quick whiz through to tidy it up. And then I'm going to prepare just those little gifts that I'm taking tomorrow to my in-laws. Nothing major at all, but just going to get it sorted. And today is the last day I'm working before Christmas. So I'm just going to enjoy it. And yeah, what am I going to do? I'm just going to do a few little Christmassy things, and then I'm working on this scarf. Here it is. It's growing, but it's just that perfect height to just have a bit of ruching. Oh, I'm wearing my Whitmore sweater today, one of my favourite things I've made before. And it's beautiful. Hot chocolate stain is optional. Oh, you can't see it. The baby wipes got it out. Yeah, just a light tidy up. Maybe I'll do my crafting sat on the sofa actually. Just got a few labels to do, a few bits to cut out, and I quite enjoy the prep part of giving gifts, of folding them up nicely, of checking everything, writing a gift card or something. Sweet little message. I always think that's a nice pot. The light in this room today is absolutely gorgeous, which we don't usually get really lovely light in here. There we are. I don't know quite how long to make it, but I like quite a short string, I think. There we are. I showed my sister yesterday. She was so impressed. She couldn't tell it was a handprint. So cute. Her tiny little hand. Very small. All right, that is one done. I don't know if we're going to wrap these things. Then I thought maybe for the jars, I was thinking I'll try the paper. And then it kind of goes with the labels, which are also that brown. I always make the little lids, the paper or fabric lids, too small, and they just don't look right when they're small. At all. They look stupid. Alright, what side do we want up? Shiny side up. Maybe a bit big? I'll trim a little bit off. No, maybe it was fine before. I'll try again. Twine ribbon on, and then I think sweet pickled cucumber, I'll name them. Oh, it's my brilliant notebook here. Evil plans and unicorn drawings. Brilliant. Alrighty. Alright, sweet pickled cucumbers and onions, Christmas 2022, ready to open, ready to eat, January 2023. I tied the bow on it first, so then I could line up. Oh, whoops. Oh, whoops. Oh, isn't that stinking cute? I'd be well happy to get one of them. It's touch and go with these handmade things like this. You've got to give them to the right people. Not everyone wants a pickle. I don't know why. Some people, you give them a homemade gift and they almost look worried for you. Oh, I think I got it all done. I got marmalade, sweet pickles. How nice is that? I could not complain if I got those as a gift. There's two couples, so there's two lots of those. I'm going to bring this with me, cranberry and port sauce. This is a local one, the Windful Project, preserving the heart of the community. My local church does like this little winter fair thing, and this company comes every year, and I bought 3 jars of this, one for me, one to take with me on Christmas Day, and one for my in-laws. Hope they'll like that. You got to bring a bottle of wine, really, don't you? Got to bring a bottle of wine. And that little Santa. How sweet. For my nanny. Oh, look. For my nanny. If you were nanny, wouldn't you want that? Yes, you would. Yeah, I know. It's my child, so I'm like extra proud. I made 2 little boys a little bag each. Technically, yes, they're my knitting project bags, but I had the pattern, so I whizzed these up. Whizzed, you know, as if they just flew off my sewing machine. I filled them with sweets. So, one of those for each boy. You can't really see. You can't really see, but that's fine. I thought those would be sweet. I won't wrap those. I think they look fine as they are. I might just make a little gift tag, because I've put one for each boy and I've done them different based on what they like. And oh, I need to pop some money in them as well. Jason is not very good at buying gifts for people. It makes him a bit stressed. So where I end up like making these handmade gifts and things and spending loads of time, it just makes him really unhappy to have to try and buy gifts for people and not know what to get, and it just stresses him out. So they're his nephews, and I didn't want to butt in too much. I asked him what he wanted me to do, and he just said he wants to give money. So that's just like a little extra thing, just a nice little thing to give them. And I thought that maybe they could reuse them for Christmas Eve bags. You know, there's this new, well, it's new to me, the Christmas Eve box idea. I just have never done that. I researched it because last year somebody asked me, and I was so happy to do it, to make them a bag and put the initials on, and it was a much bigger bag than this. I mean, I couldn't have filled that bag with sweets. You'd kill the children. Talking about Christmas Eve box, and to use these bags and reuse them every year, and the names were embroidered beautifully on the front, if I do say so myself. Such a pleasure to make those. But I looked online and kind of researched what they are, and the whole idea is that you give this little gift on Christmas Eve, and there's like a pair of pyjamas in there, maybe some hot chocolate powder, like a little treat of some kind, maybe a Christmas DVD or a Christmas book. So I mean, we're moving away from the Christmas DVDs, really, aren't we? It's all instant downloads now, but I just thought that, I don't know, the boys can keep them, and then maybe Mum can bring them out every year and fill them with things. That would definitely fit a little pair of pyjamas for the boys and a sweet treat. I mean, I just thought they're sweet. You know, a little handmade present from Auntie Christina. So there's my little haul. Right, let's put the wine as well. Oh, here we are. Little bags. Bottle of wine. And all of the jars. I'm chuffed with that. That's my favourite. For my nanny. Oh, just melt my heart. I hope the boys will like those little, I mean, it's just something, isn't it? Just a little token. These have come out really nicely. I'm very happy. And I've got to say, they taste fantastic. That marmalade is delicious. I've been having it on crumpets every morning. So there we are.